her, the belle, ladies, the beauty, the oh, you bold-faced thing!' At this crisis Miss Knag was unable to repress a virtuous shudder, which immediately communicated itself to all the young ladies; after which Miss Knag laughed, and after that cried. 'For 15 years,' exclaimed Miss Knag, sobbing in a most affecting manner, 'for 15 years have I been the credit and ornament of this room and the one upstairs. Thank God,' said Miss Knag, stamping first her right foot and then her left with remarkable energy, 'I have never in all that time till now been exposed to the arts, the vile arts of a creature who disgraces us with all her proceedings, and makes proper people blush for themselves. But I feel it, I do feel it, although I am disgusted.' Miss Knag here relapsed into softness, and the young ladies, renewing their attentions, murmured that she ought to be superior to such things, and that for their part they despised them, and considered them beneath their notice; in witness whereof they called out more emphatically than before that it was a shame, and that they felt so angry they did, they hardly knew what to do with themselves. 'Have I lived to this day to be called a fright?' cried Miss Knag, suddenly becoming convulsive, and making an effort to tear her front off. 'Oh no, no,' replied the chorus. 'Pray don't say so. Don't now. Have I deserved to be called an elderly person?' screamed Miss Knag, wrestling with the supernumeraries. 'Don't think of such things, dear,' answered the chorus. 'I hate her!' cried Miss Knag. 'I detest and hate her. Never let her speak to me again. Never let anybody who's a friend of mine speak to her. A slut, a hussy, an impudent, artful hussy!' Having denounced the object of her wrath in these terms, Miss Knag screamed once, hiccuped thrice, gurgled in her throat several times, slumbered, shivered, woke, came to, composed her headdress, and declared herself quite well again. Poor Kate had regarded these proceedings at first in perfect bewilderment. She had then turned red and pale by turns, and once or twice essayed to speak; but, as the true motives of this altered behaviour developed themselves, she retired a few paces, and looked calmly on without deigning a reply. Nevertheless, although she walked proudly to her seat, and turned her back upon the group of little satellites who clustered round their ruling planet in the remotest corner of the room, she gave way in secret to some such bitter tears as would have gladdened Miss Knag's inmost soul, if she could have seen them fall. Chapter 19.